It is a weekend full of fun coming up. A dynamic team of event curators will bring forth a buffet of enticing events to the greater Washington, D.C. area, all infused with authentic Caribbean culture. Our Damian Sogren has more on this.
From June 15th to 19th, 2023, Hookie Life Entertainment will once again bring back its unique brand of Caribbean entertainment to the Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area with its signature weekend of unforgettable events known as Hookie Weekend. We sat down with one of the partners of the event who shared his excitement and touched on the format for this year's edition of the fan favorite festival.
So I'm very excited. The format is a little bit different this year in the sense that typically we have multiple venues, but a lot of our major events are happening at the one venue. So we are excited to try our best to give you a different feel at each event, if you understand what I'm saying. So we're working really hard at that and trying to just give people what they've come to expect from Hookie and Hookie Weekend in general. We got some great artists coming, great DJs, and you know how we do it. We just try and turn up and have a good time, represent for the culture, represent for the people in the Mid-Atlantic region, in the nation's capital.
Hookie Weekend 2023's lineup includes a plethora of events which feature intimate club parties as well as creative takes on Juve and Pretty masquerades.
We do 6 events in 5 days. Everything from our first party release therapy, which is just a warm-up. That's where everybody gets into town. Everybody has one night to kind of, link up, relax, breeze out, kind of get together, meet your carnival buddies, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Big Bad Lions Pride Juve. That is probably one of the largest Juves I would venture to say, on the East Coast. And we typically get anywhere from 2,500 to 3,500 participants. And it's really good. It's a really fun time. We have the drinks flowing and, you get your packages and things like that. So people love it. Paint, powder, the works. So that's a really good time. Next, you go into Sunday, which is our version of a Pretty Mass. It's called Rhythm and Road. Rhythm and Road is, typically with your Pretty Mass, you have your bands and things like that. Here we encourage people to reuse costumes or to create their own costumes with other pieces that they may have. But for those that don't have that, that's where, the House of Cards theme came in. That's a theme this year for Rhythm and Road. We partnered with with a designer to produce House of Cards themed outfits or costumes, if you will.
In addition to featuring Shine DC and the cool down event Oasis, the weekend also boasts the coolest Caribbean pool party on the U.S. East Coast. That is Hookie DC, headlined this year by 2023 TNT Road March winner Bungie Garlin, the always engaging lyrical and 3-time international soca monarch Voice.
At Hookie, you can expect to find just various amenities. So obviously we have table service. This year we have the VVIP cabanas, which are a little bit higher end cabanas, which will have your servers and your typical table, your table amenities, not to mention pretty primo views of the stage. In addition to that, we have obviously our vendors area. So we'll have, craft artists, different types of vendors selling everything from jewelry to clothing, to, I don't know, anything else. I'm trying to think of what else, to art, actual art. So we have people who sell those kind of things. And then, of course, we're going to have some of the best food vendors around within the DMV that you can get some quality eats while you're there. Because, we like to drink responsibly. So we like to make sure you have food options to make sure you don't let the heat and the sun get to you along with the liquor. You know what I mean?
With aspirations to continue to expand this self-contained carnival weekend and destination event experience, the mission remains the same for the Hookie Life team.
So our mission for 2023 is, again, we trying to push this culture, not only just this soca and the carnival culture, but Caribbean culture writ large to the wider community, right? Especially here in the nation's capital, in Washington, D.C., being such a multi, like a melting pot of cultures and things like that. We have festivals for everything under the sun. Asian Pacific Islanders, you name it, we have it here in DC. And why not have a Caribbean festival worthy of the nation's capital, and that's going to dedicate and show what our culture is about, so that people start to understand a little bit that it's not just us, dancing behind a truck or wearing feathers and things like that, but there's more history, and there's like a method, if you will, to why we do what we do.
Hookie Weekend 2023 will bring the Caribbean heat to the DMV from June 15th to 19th. For more info on Hookie Weekend 2023, visit hookielife.com or follow the brand on social media via @HookieLife. For OCTV News, this has been Damian Sogren.